Hey guys, I'm Tony from Tony Ronis, and today we're in my store in Willow Grove, and I'm going to teach you without giving you all my secrets how we make Philly's best tomato pie. My grandmother brought this recipe over from Abruzzo, Italy, and it was always terrific. I always loved it. But we were always just trying to make it better. And when we added the filetto di pomodoro instead of the Italian tomatoes, it brought our sauce to a whole new level. And since then, we've just been trying to perfect it. We want our customers to enjoy the same quality that my grandmother brought over, but we want it to have the best flavor we could possibly give it. In making our tomato pie, we use hand-selected vine-ripened tomatoes from California. And then out of the tomato, we use the filetto di pomodoro, the fillet of the tomato. So it's all the beautiful juices that come on the outside. We're using the best part of the California tomato to make our tomato pie sauce. So after we have our filetto di pomodoro, we have a secret herb recipe that goes in to spice up our filetto di pomodoro. Now we're going to add the fresh basil. It's got to be fresh, like it's picked from a garden. Oh, it's beautiful. We're going to chop the basil nice and fine so it blends in real well with the sauce and it's not overpowering the tomatoes. Now I'm chopping up my garlic. We try to go real thin so that when we saute it, it's going to bring out all the flavors of the garlic and the olive oil together. I wish you can smell it because this reminds me of my mother's kitchen. All right, like I said, the garlic goes right into the tomato pie sauce with all the herbs and the fresh basil. Here's an important step. This is the labor of love with the tomato pie sauce. We got to bring it all together. I'm also going to mash down these tomatoes so that it brings all the juices and the flavors out of the tomato. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how we do our handcrafted tomato pie shell. We put a little bit of oil on just to coat the pan. We take the dough and we press it out by hand and it goes into the pan. We let it sit for a little bit so that the dough relaxes. Here's our finished handcrafted tomato pie crust. We put a little bit of sauce and wood on it so it doesn't dry it out as we're part baking. Here's how we marry our tomato pie crust with our famous tomato pie sauce. Real important, we got to spread it nice and even. Top it off with a little bit of dry oregano, and we're going to put in at about 550. It's going to cook for about 10-15 minutes. Here's our tomato pie coming in the oven. Look at that. That's a beautiful crispy crust. The tomato pie sauce, filetto di pomodoro on top. I know you can't smell it, but listen to it. You hear that crispiness? Where do you eat that crust? Whether it's right out of the oven or it's cold the next day, Philly's best tomato pie.